Long has been the battle between man and nature, but rarely has it been more intensely fought out than when rider is pitted against mountain. The shortness of air, the burning of muscles, the weakness of mind. Few can say they've won a great climb, and even fewer that they've truly conquered it. One rare moment of glory takes hours of pain and sacrifice as riders try to master the art of ascending. For the Tinkoff Saxo team, there could be fewer more fitting backdrops to their education than the fire and ice of Mount Etna in Sicily. They make their efforts under the watchful eye of sports director Pino Toni, who knows that in the venture for the summit, the riders must think of little else.
Here the guys train, eat and rest. There is no other distraction. It is a period dedicated to work. And that's something that maybe they don't normally manage to do at home. Of course, the altitude has some benefits, but that is not the main thing. The important fact is that we stay all together and that we train as a group. And right here is where the Giro d'Italia team is being built.
At altitude camps like this, the riders must attune their bodies to the 1900-metre height. Few climbs, except the most fearsome in the coming Giro, will venture higher than this. And once the body has become conditioned to the altitude, the effects of naturally stimulating the production of red blood cells can last for weeks afterwards, according to one of the team's most experienced Grand Tour riders.
The Giro d'Italia is definitely, we're going to have a lot of kilometers in altitude in the mountains, especially in the last week of the Giro. We're going to stay up in the Dolomites, and that's going to be really, really hard. So it's important to get a lot of altitude meters in the legs in training, and also like staying up here makes it more easy when you go up in the high mountains, because I can really feel it. As soon as we get over 1,000–1,500 meters, I feel the altitude. But when I stay on these camps, then I have like a month and a half afterwards where I doesn't feel it the same way.
Chris Anker Sorensen has been aided by sports director Toni for the last 2 years. But the 2010 Giro stage winner is far from the only adept climber in Tinkoff Saxo. Their strength comes in knowing how to position their attack on any incline, in any location.
There are two types of uphill bend. The alpine bends, shall we say, have a smaller incline, so there you can ride in the middle of the road, breathe normally, and then increase the tempo on the straight sections. The other bends, in the high mountains, are steeper, and it's better to take them the long way around, from the outside, unless you have a great ability in changing rhythm, in which case you can stay in the middle of the road. It really depends on the rider. A lighter rider would naturally cut the corner and ride where the road is steepest, to go the shorter way. A heavier rider would go the longer way around, so that he doesn't have to change pace.
Never one to follow the pack, one man at Tinkoff Saxo has a climbing style all of his own. Alberto Contador's high-rhythm assaults saw him demolish the field at the Tirreno Adriatico earlier this year. His en danseur's position on the bike quickly tiring out his rivals as he made winning attacks. It's a method that his younger teammates are unsurprisingly looking to mimic.
Yeah, we do a lot of the power training, where we go with 50 RPM, and then we change it to 1 minute standing, where we do a higher cadence, try to stand up like seeing the style of Alberto. Try to do that because obviously he's pretty good at that, and then we try to learn about that. And also up here, you have to be very carefully the first couple of days because of the not so much oxygen in the air, I think. So you have to take care of yourself because you can get altitude sickness if you push yourself too hard. So the first couple of days we took it easy, and then after we doing some really good efforts.
But when it comes to the race, there can be no letting up, as the unforgiving triple header of Passo Gavia, Passi dello Stelvio and Val Martello, all in one stage of this year's Giro d'Italia, Pace is key, not just to success, but to survival.
It's important to find a good rhythm. I think a lot of guys tend to go really fast. If you have a 20k climb, it's maybe better going a little bit slower in the beginning and then have for the last 5k's to go fast there. Because if you blow on a mountain, then there's no coming back.
Though when all the preparation is done on the climb itself, you might only need one piece of motivation to get you through.
The faster you go, the faster the climb is over.